This whole gift is just lip balm and candy. But I'm going to show you how to make it look high end on a budget step by step. So keep watching. Hello, welcome back to my channel. But if you're new here, my name is Tasha. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my favorite sticker paper by Koala. This paper never disappoints. So, to each his own, I love me some Koala paper. But yeah, this is the size and the bottom of the gift box that I'm printing out. I'm not using waterproof because I don't think it's gonna be in contact with water, but to each his own. So this is the front and the back cover of the box. And this is waterproof paper that I'm using for the lip balm. You see the color on the back is different. So that's an indication that this is two different kinds of sticker paper. Okay, so now that I have them all printed out, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do with the top part of the that paper. So this is the lip balm. I got that from Walmart. It was like $1.50. And I got this box from Dollar Tree. I think I got it last year. It was like $1.25. These are the famous chains that you see me using in a lot of videos. I got those from Amazon. And this is just some candy that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I tried to go with the candies that I saw in the lip balm. And that's just some little floral thing. I really hate using those because they are so messy. And that was shredded paper. And this is like this milling packaging roll that I got from Dollar Tree. So move all that out the way, and we're on to my least favorite part of every video. Is the cutting. And if you saw one of my latest shorts, you see I bought a cutter with a handle. Child, I still don't use it, but anyway, you see that? Yeah, I done messed up the church's money. So yeah, I had to go back in and redo the sizing and recut it. So you know how I feel about that. So, and also I'm gonna have a template for this. And keep in mind, when you buy a template from me, you don't have to use that template just for that specific thing. My templates, you can resize them to fit other stuff too. And in later videos, I'm going to show you how I take a template from one thing, like I take a template from a badge reel and create something totally different with it. So yeah, it's all about the design to me, because sometimes the design you have, I may want to put it on something else. So I try to make it convenient where the templates are kind of universal. Child, you just got to get them creative juices flowing. So this is me just applying the label on the lip balm. So it fits perfectly. So when I make these templates, I have to do a lot of tweaking and twerking with the sizing. So I'm using an X-Acto knife because I didn't cut it in Cricut. Usually in Cricut, they will cut like the little dots where when you open up the cap, it'll not tear off the whole label. So that's just what I'm doing with that X-Acto knife. Okay, moving along to this one. I peel from this end first because it seemed like it gives me more control when I wrap it. And it seems like it's smoother, but it could be just me. And please don't pay too much attention to my nails. Please, I know that could be very irritating watching somebody do something up close and the nails is jacked up. But I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been worried about that. And might I add, y'all, I've been working on these templates. Templates take forever and they are so tedious. But guess what? Somebody got to do it for the extra fancy girlies on the budget like myself. So with that being said, it definitely gets done. Okay, so now that we got the lip balm squared away, I didn't really want to use all of them. But who's to say? I mean, you could, if you was to get this template, you could use everything that's in that packaging, because I'm sure Walmart still sell these, because I see them all the time. So here I'm just taping them to these little screw sticks. And the reason I'm pulling it off, because I know somebody gonna say, well, will it mess up the design? No, it doesn't mess up the design, because I use the waterproof sticker paper. The waterproof sticker paper, it's real good when it comes to like scratches and tears and water. So that's that koala paper. Okay, so for this part, I'm just adding skewer sticks to the back of the candy. This makes it easier to arrange and keep the box looking neat instead of crowded. I like using hot glue sometimes, just a small amount. You don't want it to be seeping out the side. But I didn't do it for this particular one. But once these are set, placing everything in the box is way easier and makes it more secure. This step is simple, but it makes a big difference in how polished the final gift looks. So now we're all done. Everything is all set in place, and now it's time to set this thing up. So $12 for a gift, you can't beat that. And then if you sell it to somebody, sure, you could sell this for like $20-some. I done seen stuff in regular stores that was costing $30, $40, and $50 that don't even look like nothing. So here I'm just taking the string out of the gift box, because that's where I'm gonna put the silver chain. So now let's move along to assembling the gift box. So now I'm gonna apply the sticker paper to all sides of the gift box. Here I'm just making sure it was a perfect fit. So here I'm just gonna peel back the backing of the sticker paper with my little pokey tool, and a little bit off the grid. Okay, I got this pokey tool video just waiting to be edited. I don't know why I keep skipping over it, but I am gonna put that video out on how I made my pokey. Okay, while I'm putting this box together, quick tip for the girlies. If the gift box you find isn't the exact size, that's okay. As long as it's close, you can just adjust the design to fix the box. You don't need to go out and buy something specific or like what I have. Work with what you have and make it make sense. These projects are budget friendly and beginner friendly. And let's not leave out inexpensive. Now I'm about to add the back sticker. And I like to line up everything before I press it down completely. I start light just to make sure it's straight, and then I smooth it out once I'm happy with the placement. Doing it this way helps avoid wrinkles and keep the label looking clean on the back and the front, and basically all the sides. This part doesn't need to be rushed. Please don't rush this part. Taking a few extra steps here, it just makes everything look more polished in the end. And now I'm going to apply the stickers to the side of the gift boxes. So I always start at the top and kind of like see how it look once I work my way down. And then I go peeling off the back of it. You could kind of see the little air bubbles from the side a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to speed it up through this part because it's just me peeling off the backing. So now I'm going to apply the other side just like I did the other one. So and on this one you see it's off right there. It's not the measurements. It's my bad cutting skills. So now we got to cover up that bottom because we not finna have the gift box looking janky. So I took the $1.25 off. And now I'm going to apply the sticker to the bottom. And now I am going to like roll the side so it can kind of roll over so the creases of the box can be kind of hidden. And now I'm going to apply the sides of the hardware that connects the chain. So I'm finding like the hole that was already in the box, and I'm pushing it in from the outside and not the inside out, because it probably would have made the sticker paper peel up. So now I'm gonna take it back out and I'm gonna do it and stick it from the inside out. And now I'm just gonna screw the other piece of the hardware onto that one, because these are the connectors that connect the chain. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side. I had already poked the hardware through that side already with the other one. So now I'm screwing it on. So you see my left hand is holding the inside of the hardware so I can screw the outer piece on a little tight. So now I'm just connecting the chain. So when I get done applying the chain, you're going to see how the label, the Hershey's label, is meeting up with the chain. So I went back in and tweaked it and moved the Hershey's up some so it wouldn't be clashing with each other. So what I did with the roll of like that little brown paper, I stuffed it in the bottom so it can give it some height when I put the skew sticks in. So this thing right here, I don't know what it's called, but I can't stand it because it is so messy. So what I did was I measured the opening of the box. It was like almost at 2. So I'm just cutting that messy thing so I can stick it down in there so I can have something for the skew sticks to be planted in. So there it is, and that's when I stuck it in, and then I used the shredded paper, and all I did was kind of like stuffed it in there in different little spots. So I didn't think I needed to show that part because it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of one of those things where, you know, they just do it. Especially if you see all the material you need. So this piece that I mentioned earlier in the video, that was the top piece, I bought these little, I think they're called resin tabs or something. I got them off Amazon, but they got a sticky background. So I just stuck them on top of the paper. So when I did this, I realized I was not supposed to use sticker paper, because as I'm cutting it, I'm realizing that when I cut this, the back would peel off, and that's not the look I'm going for, because I'm going to make these like little jewels that hang off of the chain. So now I'm just cutting around the little resin circles. So I'm going to pull out my file, and I'm going to file around the edges because of my jagged edge cut. So yes, honey, I'm going to reach for my pliers, because I'll be doggone if I hold this in my hand while I sand this thing. I'll be to cut my fingers all up. You see my nails? Okay, so I'm going to speed this part up, because I will sit here and sand these things for 3 hours. I am such a perfectionist. I hate that. So these are like, I think they're called jump rings. So what I'm going to do is grab my pliers again and drill a hole at the top of the little resin circle. I'm going to do it to both of them. Now, do you kind of see where I'm going with this thing? So we got our hole. And now, so I'm going to take 2 pliers and open up the jump ring and stick it through the little hole that I just drilled. And I'm going to apply it to the chain. Grab my other pliers and close it back up. And there you have it. You got your little jewel hanging from it. See, it don't take much to make something look cute and extra. I'm just extra, and I'm always thinking I hate when something looks just so plain. Sometimes stuff is cool when it's plain, but you see I had to add more jewels on it. And you see how I pushed the Hershey's milk chocolate up some? Because that lining up together was just not sitting well in my soul. But okay, if you enjoy watching this video and you like to see affordable DIY gifts and tutorials on just anything crafting, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe to help your girl out. A little goes a long way. It costs nothing to hit that like or to comment or subscribe, because I try to reach back out to everybody. Nobody really goes unnoticed with me. If you need help, I'm here. Don't hesitate. Hit your girl up and go ahead and follow. Alright, see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.